Welcome back to the show. Hi. Thanks for watching the replay on the Jeremy Knows YouTube channel or otherwise checking in. This is your last call to burn for new characters for Series 2. It is Tuesday, May 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and in 6 hours, the window will close. So I'm going to walk you through it one more time here and claim my last new character. If you're starting at vfriends.com, you're going to go to the banner up at the top and hit Series 2, which will take you here, where you get a breakdown of your Series 1 claim or your new characters. By hitting View New Characters or this New Characters in the bar up top, you'll come to all of these Learn More buttons below each of the new characters. So I have an outgoing octopus to claim. I'm going to hit Learn More. It'll take me to the octopus page. It will tell me the requirements. So octopus is one of the any 5 matching frames. I'm going to be burning gold. I'm going to connect my wallet. Make sure you're on the correct VFriends page. Once you connect your wallet, you'll check eligibility, and it will run to see if you won the raffle, which I did. Voila. I have 7 hours and 8 minutes left to burn. The requirements are met, and I will click below to burn to mint. So here I go. Yeah, thank you, Billy. So here, I'm going to hide my screen for a moment, but I'll show you quickly. You're going to put your name, email, and shipping address along with your phone number, and then agree to the terms of use. This is only if you plan to claim your compete and collect cards, which there's really no reason not to, but you can forfeit them if you like. If you're concerned about doxing yourself or your address to VFriends, and that's why you're not claiming them, you can always use a UPS store or some other receiving address and go and pick them up there if you like. But you will have to use a phone number, and if you don't want to use your actual phone number, you can set up a Google number. I'm going to agree and submit my order. As soon as this changes, I'll reshare. So here we go. Voila. Let's go to this view, or even this one. Nice. I need to adjust this background. Anyway, so from here, you'll see I got one Series 2 token and one set of compete and collect cards, and I need to choose which tokens to burn. So I'm going to burn my pearl frames, obviously. No, just kidding. I'm going to burn 5 gold frames. And once I've selected 5, it will not allow me to select any more or deselect what I've done. So if you choose the wrong tokens, just hit the back button. It'll take you back to this page. So now I will connect to IMX and burn. You don't see this pop up, but it's asking me to confirm a batch transfer. Confirmed, signed on MetaMask, and the transfer batch is complete. And the page refreshes. You're all set. You've opted into the compete and collect cards, which will start. It says delivery for these cards starts May 16th on this summary. But there was a delay for some manufacturing issue where they're creating the cards. So they pushed it 1 month to June 16th, which is in 2 weeks or so. Now, it says delivery starts. I don't know if that means the first batch will ship on June 16th or if they'll start to arrive June 16th. But generally, I would expect to receive the cards toward the end of June. And I think that's also when to expect the Uno cards. Both of those card sets are coming this month, which is super exciting. Wait a little while longer, and it'll say, congrats on your purchase. You can view your receipt or view on OpenSea. And I want to see if it came through yet. These are my Series 2. So I'm very excited with my clowns. I minted these 3 clowns this morning. You can see I got one at the Struggle Stream Strategizing. Resting at the Gratitude Grove, which is nice because Gratitude Grove is like one of my favorite scenes. And I like that I got 3 separate poses too. It kind of makes me inclined to see if I can get a classic and what's the other one? Meditating, manifesting pose. And this one's really great. I don't know if I'm going to have to keep or sell these yet, but I think if I'm going to keep one, it's going to be this one, competing at the campsite, because I just love the alliteration. So let's check it out. If I go to my activity, don't be alarmed. So I did get my airdrop immediately. It should be going pretty quickly, but don't be alarmed if you don't, because it can take up to 72 hours for these to come through. I happen to get mine in the pawn shop. There it is. Exciting. And that's really what you need to know. So I guess the next thing I want to talk about is this pickleball scene and this utility. But first, I'm going to check in with the Instagram comments. Yes, Greek. In order to burn, you must have won the character raffles. CC Coley's saying here that theirs took 12 hours to airdrop. So that's probably, they had a little bit of a backlog in the system. Any price prediction for either card sets? That's a good question. I don't really know. I've seen the compete and collect cards listed on eBay for like $500 to $1,000, and some of them have moved, but I don't think they're flying off the shelves at those prices. I think a lot of people are going to open up these cards, and there's also some foundation. Like because you have the 3 stats and the battle score, I feel like they could create more games than just the basic war that they released it with that can be played with these cards. So I wouldn't be surprised if these cards become kind of like the poker cards. Like they can be used in different ways, or maybe there's an auxiliary pack that you can use to turn it into a Magic the Gathering type of game or Pokemon, which would presumably make them more valuable, being they're like the basis of a whole card empire, which I think if this is an IP play, which it is, and if this is meant to get physical experiences in people's hands, they can start to build memories with VFriends, then there's a good chance that in some time. But like for cards, the thing that we've saw with Zero Cool and with most card products from people I've talked to is that the value of the cards is highest at the time of the drop, sort of like we see with a lot of NFT projects. There's that initial drop hype, and we see some of the largest sales there, and then it comes down, bottoms out, and then there's more of a long tail over a number of years as the card in question comes back into relevance. So I could see that being a similar thing here for both sets of the Zero Cool cards, that if you're looking to sell them, it's probably best to sell them as soon as they land, or know that you're going to be holding on to them for a while. I myself have like 30 of these boxes coming because I bought someone's cards. I bought like 13 boxes from someone, and that I did that for myself so that I could open half of them and be able to play and experience and do live breaks and like have fun with it, but also have some to save for a long time. So who knows, if you pull a rare card, like those values could go crazy, right? I think maybe some of the autograph cards, the Series 1 cards, these holo foils that we don't really know about yet, I think you could see those going for 500 on their own. So buying a box for 500, if we start to see more high sales for individual cards, even though the probability is low because it's a large collection, that will inflate the price of the unopened boxes, right? As more and more of them are opened and these chase cards are not pulled. That's just kind of the dynamic of a card set like this. Thank you. Just finishing up comments. Good to see Sakari. Yes. You're welcome, Taylor. Haley Pal, good to see you. So just before we wrap up, I want to talk about the pickleball scene and competitive clown, because now I can RSVP. So I will be going to this. I'm like trying to find a pocket for a good flight, but I will be there. I'll be flying into Austin on Thursday, and I'll be there all day Friday and hopefully for the morning on Saturday to bring content about this first ever utility. But like, even if you don't have a clown or it's too short notice for you to make accommodations and travel to get there, there's a couple things about the way they set this up that are noteworthy. So for starters, they have the not the architecture, what is the word I'm looking for? Like the pillar, they have like we'll call it the outline. They have the outline to do this in a number of ways. They've called it the VFriend Series 2 experience. We're going to see that come back. Then the specific token that it's relevant to in an image, and connect your wallet for eligibility. Just simply running a simple script. Yeah, thank you, Happy Go Fucky. Happy Go Fucky. I thought it was funky, but I said what I read, and it is fucky. Infrastructure. They have now an infrastructure for this. So they're running a simple script to see whether or not you hold the token that's eligible. It takes you to a form where you provide your email to get the end of the RSVP. Pretty cool. It doesn't seem like there's going to be an NFT verification on site to make sure if you own these tokens, you can RSVP for somebody who doesn't hold the token. Much simpler than the VCon experience. But the last piece is maybe the most important, the experience identifier. And it's the MLP competition event 2022 claim, referring to the Major League Pickleball competition. But the fact that they have an experience identifier, they have this built in, makes me think that sooner than later, we could be seeing some of these flash book games burns that Gary has talked about. Not just more IRL utility to the Series 2 tokens themselves, right? Like after this, everyone went very literal. It was like, okay, courtside gets tickets to basketball. The perfect pitch gets tickets to soccer. The sneaker shop gets sneakers. What do you get at the graveyard? Somebody said for the Mushroom Mountain, you get a pile of mushrooms. And Gary joked, yeah, something like that. Like some of these will be more literal than others. And I think many will surprise. And many we probably won't see play out for years. In fact, most we won't see play out for years. But the fact that they have this system means that they can set up a flash burn and provide Series 2 experiences, book games experiences, Series 1 experiences, which is very cool. I can actually fill this out because this is not a private email. If you want to email me, my email is wannabe, like the Spice Girls, wannabeavfriend@gmail.com. I will say email is not the best place to get me, but you're welcome to have that email. And you already know my first and last name, so there's nothing private about this. And then go ahead and hit submit. Oops. Ooh, shoot. I did that wrong. I was supposed to RSVP for somebody else. Well, there it is. I'll just have to contact the team. So that was such a perfect clown moment because it's just like that's very typical of a clown to like do something all the way through and then realize right as there's no going back that you made the mistake. But I'm sure it'll be fine. So anyway, this has been a walkthrough of how to mint your new Series 2. I'm going to post this YouTube broadcast so that it's out there. You have 6 hours to get it done. If you're having any troubles, technical issues, errors, or otherwise, go into the VFriends Discord before 7 p.m., tag a moderator, or open a support ticket if necessary. If they don't have a record that you tried to burn before this time, you will forfeit, but I believe they will work with people if there's an issue. So just make sure you make your error known and work with them to do whatever it may be. You may have to reauthorize your IMX key or who knows. So yeah, this has been a breakdown on the Jeremy Knows YouTube. Much love to you. I've been Jeremy the Heart Trooper number 7. Peace. See you soon.